It is called America's Game. Army and Navy hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Tradition, pageantry. It's a game like no other. One in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the privilege to sing second. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Army's offense will have the first possession of the game. All of these players on the field might have a higher calling, but guys, in this one, tough, hard-nosed running games against stout defenses.
And almost every year we go to this game, and there is absolutely nothing like it. The pageantry before the game, on the field, honoring everybody there, and realizing they're not just fighting for a game, they're fighting for everyone in the stands. And so it is one of the coolest scenes every single year.
Looking for a huge play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Army!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So the Navy Midshipman offense comes out, and they'll try to put together their first drive of the game. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
It just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Looking to throw on second down. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The aerial assault continues. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Navy will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's got his man. Oh, what a move! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after that completion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Last time the Cadets and Mids clashed, it was Army winning a close one.
They came out, they did what they needed to do late in the game to get the win, and they've been talking about it for an entire year back in West Point, getting another win over their big rival Navy.
And the bragging in this rivalry is enormous, right? Like, it's not just a normal game. This is a game that everybody watches, everybody cheers for, but the uniforms really, really matter.
And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burn.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games that I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them, a well-deserved spotlight for what they do for everyone out there across this country.
Works the middle of the field. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. From the gun, running back on the move.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. Giving him his pads. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Army!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of a defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
On second down, wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game, and the Mids blew them out.
And since that first blowout, obviously this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw, it's Darnold. Fires to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Fires one high and deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Frederick. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He'll just keep slinging it. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Now on second down. The play action fake. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Navy quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got an open man. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He's looking to throw it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm.
And that pass picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator...
Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
The back goes in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Darnold. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They'll go to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And Navy will go back on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frederick. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Trying to get to him. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a first and 10. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Looking for the score. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Line gets set, first down. power football with the run. On the move at the 30. Afterburners coming. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And I know in talking to their offensive coordinator this week, he talked about getting this guy lathered up and going. They know that once he's got some momentum, he's really hard to stop. One of the top 10 rushers right now in the entire country, and they're trying to get him going early in this game.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Darnold. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Got his man on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Black Knights! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The run from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown has it. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Pressure coming. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. He's going to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Army!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Frederick. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. On target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Now on third down for this offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Unloads quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. On the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Touchdown, Black Knights! And the route is on.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And here comes the Navy offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, you know, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The wins keep piling up, and the stakes get higher along with it as this squad remains unbeaten on the season.
Stakes get higher, the pressure starts to mount, those rivalry games come up late in the season a lot of times for people. So this team has been really dominant throughout the season. Jesse, they got a little bit more to go, can't get too